Volkswagen has nothing else as a target than becoming the world leader in EVs, and I think they have a good chance to become that. And they need about 30 billion until 2030 to set up these 6 plants you mentioned, and that is only for the passenger cars and not for the trucks. There may be much more coming. And I mean, 30 billion is a lot of money, and the stock market is the perfect place to raise money. It is the major shift in the automotive industry from the traditional engines to the EVs. Almost every larger portfolio has a serious stake of automotive companies, part makers, whatever in, and they have to switch into the EV industry as well. And there's actually not too many stocks you can buy, large stocks you can buy the OEMs itself, yes. But if you want to have a 100% EV investment, that's something that is new, and it's a win-win situation. Volkswagen gets the money very cheap, and the investors have something where they can invest in. On top of that, I think that we are just in the beginning of a global M&A wave in the automotive as well as in the battery and the related minerals business, and that may be a good chance for Volkswagen to attract others to join that conglomerate or something like that, take over others with shares. So I like the idea. It is not really fancy if you need 30 billion to go public. But you are right, it's a little bit new for the industry, but I think it's a general change and there's much more to come.
Okay, well, so, I mean, that's as far as their battery business is concerned. They've also said or expressed ambitions to start getting involved in raw materials, not necessarily mining, but, you know, to go further inside the supply chain so that, again, they're more in control of it. How significant a step is that for Volkswagen?
That is much more significant, and it's a complete game changer. While the automotive industry usually has outsourced everything in the past and has just assembled cars, and especially in the mining industry, I mean, it's not new. The automotive industry is buying minerals all the time. And in the past, they bought them at the world market or at dealers like Glencore, and they didn't know where they come from. And to be honest, they did not want to know where they come from. Not now, where everything is changing, and they have to, in the future, they have to show evidence of the whole sustainability, or of the sustainability of the whole chain. The easiest thing to control that is to get involved in the mining business. The second thing is they do not want to be dependent on third parties, on big conglomerates that will definitely will be built. You look, the Chinese Ganfeng just bought Bacanora, more to come there. And the battery is in the future the most expensive part in each car, and the lithium stake in it is the most expensive part in the battery. So you see what the lithium prices are doing the last couple of months. Automotive industry just wants to be safe that they don't run in a shortage, maybe dominated by the Chinese. Therefore, they try to get stakes in mining companies. The problem is there's not too many, and they should look, in case of Volkswagen, they should look for European ones, since 50% of the CO2 footprint of a cell is the mining part of it, and the more far away it is, the more CO2 is the shipping and everything. So it will be very interesting what's happening. You saw already some of the stocks here in Europe flying, and things will happen. Yes.
It sounds really like a game changer to actually directly source the materials you need, because mining has traditionally been a dirty business. And when it comes to EVs, there is some concern around where the materials come from and how they're sourced. So taking this part of the supply chain on board yourselves, how transparent are you prepared to be with the market in terms of how and where the raw materials are sourced? And how do you see it affecting pricing?
Well, the automotive industry, once again, they don't want to enter that business. I speak to all these OEMs here in Germany since years, and a company like BMW, they even did not have a Geo 3 years ago. They had no idea. They just bought it in the market, like they bought everything else, and they thought they could dictate the market prices, which they can't. And now they have to see that this is it's a global business, and they can not decide where they buy. They can only decide from whom they buy it, but they have to realize that a mine is where a mine is, and lots of these mines are in areas where you don't want to do business. Lots of the lithium production comes from the lakes, for example, in South America. That is an issue that you don't want to have on your balance sheet. So what they have to do is they have to look for the most sustainable mines. Of course, they should be as close as possible to the production plants. And there are some, it looks like, for example, Piedmont in the US, they have the Tesla deal. Here in the Czech Republic, we have European Metals, for example, that is 200 kilometers away or 300 kilometers away from Volkswagen. That could happen. I think at the end of the day, we will have prices for, call it, as clean as possible raw materials, and then we have prices who come from countries who do not really care, and these products may mainly go to China, for example. On the other hand, lithium is something that is not traded at the world market in size. Almost everybody who needs lithium in size has offtake agreements with the mines, and these prices are usually 10 to 20% lower than the prices we see on the screen. And this is very long-term agreed prices. And if you own a mine, you do not have to care about the pricing any longer anyway.